And welcome to Outnumbered Overtime. Oh, gee, baby! Baby! Babies are now at home and Mama's with us.
Look at these colors. Harris, are you excited?
I know. Let me tell you, the color wheel today, ba-bum, my little heart is a-beating.
I veered off the road a little bit, but I took a different route.
I know you're back, nothing's changed.
Does everybody know what the color wheel is? Do you explain it to them?
Oh, they know.
She tells us what to wear.
Oh, that's not fair. I mean, it may be accurate, but
we like it.
Oh, really? You don't mind?
I love it.
I kind of have a vision to have each lady in her own hue, and then usually the guy comes bringing something different, like you today, just worked out that burgundy, and then we own our own hue. And you look oddly inquisitive as to what the heck is she talking about.
I didn't think much about what I was wearing today.
Tell them about the special report color wheel.
Yeah. What's that
like? Brett sends an email every morning telling us exactly what ties to wear to coordinate.
Oh, that's Brett.
I wear a dress that matches the ties.
Right, that's right.
That's okay. You guys make fun. But wouldn't you agree that women on TV have an inordinate amount of red and blue in their wardrobe?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that if we didn't put some thought into it, everybody would kind of come.
They are primary colors, though, so they happen to just be more prevalent when you're shopping.
But because of election night and because we tend to wear those, promotional colors, whatever. So I like to pop out different colors of the spectrum, if you will.
I know what to wear next time I come back. If you invite me back, not red, white, and blue like I'm wearing today.
Oh no, you're fine.
Actually, did you see the new women's soccer uniforms? The American soccer uniforms?
The Olympic team?
Well, the thing was they kind of left out red and blue. They're white with some silver stripes on it. I actually, I forgot to pitch the story for today. But
I'm going to look it up.
Do it, girl.
But yeah, speaking of red and blue.
Wow. Okay, so now tell me what your first day was like.
So thank you. Yeah, thanks for welcoming me back. That was a gracious welcome. First day back's been great.
I'm glad you're here.
I mean, I feel like I barely got anything done because you stop and you see everybody in the hallway. And thank goodness I was able to have dinner with you guys and catch up ahead of time. And
thank God we didn't get that third round. How about that?
Woo! That was fun.
Thank you for that.
Can I just tell the ladies what it's like to be out with you guys?
Awesome?
Yeah, no, awesome. But I mean, seriously, if you ever envisioned yourself being kind of low-key in the witness protection program, don't go out with these two. Because the whole restaurant, I got up to leave the table.
Did you see that too?
And I looked back and I'm like, every man in the restaurant was like, is everything okay with your table? I'm like, you don't even work here, loser. Why do you care what's happening at our table?
I thought they were turning around because I was talking too loud. So I was
no, I don't think so.
Okay.
And we weren't even representing the color wheel.
I thought I had toilet paper on my shoe.
Anyway, it was great to kind of reconnect, and it's been great to have the band back together.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and to have Steven on this day, it makes it even more special.
Yeah, it's fun.
So,
It's fun.
I'll definitely tell you, Harris.
Have a special relationship too, which I love. I do. I really love when we get 2/5 of the special report panel. I do because you guys are on together and you have this natural chemistry, and it happens when Jonah's here as well. Yeah. And I just think it's really cool.
I think it's the special report panel is unique because I think we genuinely all like each other.
Yeah,
personally, we get along really well and like each other, so it works.
Yeah, it's a good.
My conversation with my father this morning. So, who's the one lucky guy? Stephen Hayes from the Weekly Standard. Oh, yeah, I like him a lot. So you're a dude's dude, and obviously you're a gal's dude as well.
Happy to have it,
you have got so much love on this couch, Stephen Hayes. You're going to go back.
I'm going to feel good about myself for at least another couple hours.
Full of accolades.
I'm going to play it back for my wife because she won't believe any of it.
Oh, that's not true. She married you for a reason.
Exactly. She already knows.
Sandra, beautiful children. God bless you.
Oh, thanks.
Louise.
Thank you. We were working on Cora's hair because she's got this kind of I haven't cut it yet. I guess there's a little bit of a sentimental thing when you cut your kid's hair for the first time, but it's becoming an issue.
Oh, no. I love it.
It's like all over the place.
Does she don't let her cut
Sort of how it should be, though, right?
She asked her to cut?
No. Oh, God, she has no idea.
No, don't let her grab the scissors herself, even though most young girls...
Because you did that, right?
I did.
My niece, I did that too.
Before my gymnastics photos. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my nieces cut them off,
and it was
you should produce those photos.
Yeah, cockeyed and real short, and I had a Miss Piggy leotard. This was actually just last year.
You should tweet those out. Throwback Thursday.
Yeah, that's on trend now.
Come on.
The frayed bang.
I'll ask my mom.
Those would be hilarious.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy.
Oh, my gosh. Karna Elizabeth on the live chat said, I found out I'm pregnant during Outnumbered last Thursday. What were we doing on that show? That woman got pregnant when she was watching us.
She
found out. She found out. Well, I don't know why I said that. Anyway, she says, Sandra, do you have any advice for a new mom?
Don't expect yourself to be perfect. You have to let some things go. No, I think that's really important.
I love that.
Because I think when you have your first baby, you kind of think like, oh my God, I'm letting something slip here and there. And the second time you realize like you just can't possibly. Because I do consider myself, Andrea and I were talking about this last night, type A. Like just everything's got to be perfect.
Really, I was
you have to learn to let some things go. And I think that
That's great advice.
That's great.
By the way, Carnal Elizabeth, congratulations and God bless you. That is awesome. Let's see. If women have it worse than men, why do men have to sign the draft and are 10 times more likely to die on the job? Templeton 231. Well, that's a Debbie Downer. But it's an interesting point. So we were talking about, I don't know where Templeton got that from. I was going to say the military story where if you're overweight, you shouldn't be let in, but who knows? Templeton. It's the live chat. I read them all. Look at how many people are on the live chat, too.
What are they saying?
Let's see. Lots of news right now, but why are they talking about the color everybody's wearing? Raven Beauty writes that.
Yeah. Good point, Kirsten.
That's funny that Brett tells everybody what color to wear. Here's your Kate. We were kidding.
Oh
my God.
That was a joke.
Oh, boy.
Could you imagine, just for a second, imbibe in this visual of Brett Baer with everything that's going on in the world, just sitting there being like, should I put Steve Hayes in periwinkle? Yeah, that's good. We'll have Charles in butter yellow.
Oh, I love it. Mom since one. Sandra, love your son. Good luck. Mine grew up way too fast, but the grands are great and funny.
Oh,
yeah. Let's see.
Think you'll have a third?
Stop, Andrea.
I'm just wondering.
Well, that one woman. Oh, yeah.
Let me put it this way. Two feels pretty good.
That's what we said. That's what we said.
S. Denard, and we know that's a regular viewer. We love that.
Oh.
Harris, did I get what happened? Oh, I got a little runner in my pantyhose. Thank you, Sandra. Harris, drab colors distract from paying attention to the reporter and make people think how unflattering the clothes are. I think my mom wrote that.
Oh my gosh!
No, it's Estenard. Thanks for playing. You know what? We had and I'm looking out of the corner of my eye. What?
No, actually, I remember something I did want to talk to you about. I was driving home last night and listened to your hit with Mr. Bill O'Reilly.
Oh, yeah.
Did you make it home for that?
No, I don't
Andrea's
usually.
just on all the time. She doesn't even see it.
You were drinking before O'Reilly?
It's the only way I can tolerate Bill. No. We taped it, and we taped it earlier, and then I went to dinner with Harris and Sandra, and you were listening to it. I don't watch myself on TV. I don't.
Really?
Okay, but
I got to hear what I just said.
But the topic was very relevant to Outnumbered because we had really gotten into it with Tucker Carlson about this very subject. Yeah. And the discussion that Bill was having was about is there an epidemic of female teachers sleeping with
male students, and Bill sort of just easily dismissed it as they're mentally ill. Like these women who are 27, 28, 29, 30, these were the cases that we were looking at.
Which I kind of agreed with. I got what you were saying, and Andrew was making the point.
Well,
they don't care.
That doesn't really add up, though. Okay, so maybe some are mentally ill, but then does that mean that every man that sleeps with a woman that's 10 years younger? Because it's the age spread was about 7 to 8 to 9 years.
Whoa, but it's not about them being 10 years younger, Andrew. It's about the fact that they were minors.
Yeah.
Right, but bear with me here. You don't hear they're mentally ill because a man who's 28 slept with a girl who's 17 years old. I just thought that was a very simple way to sort of dismiss the situation, when actually what I think is we're seeing a culture that's very over-sexualized, a culture that used to have boundaries where teachers, male and female, would say, you know what, I'm not going to go there. Now, women have become sexual aggressors. It's just with the rise of feminism, they've taken on a lot of these sort of carnal behaviors that men have taken on. They pursue men in bars. It's not just the classroom. It is the bar rooms. I mean, this is life, and I do believe that social media has allowed not just teachers and their students, but people to become more emboldened. I mean, it's not... I was talking to Bill O'Reilly's producer yesterday. He goes, do you think that, social media is allowing these teachers and students connect? I said, yeah, it's easier to take a picture of your behind and text it to someone and say, hey, what do you think? Than walk over to their cubicle and go, hey, what do you think? Yeah. Now people have real bravado, and it's not just men, it's women because of that feminist power trade where more women are becoming more sexual creatures, teachers included. There you have it, folks.
But are feminists really to blame for the sexualized culture?
No, I'm not blaming feminists, but you do have to acknowledge that women women are definitely more sexual creatures. They're more empowered because of the sexual revolution. And I think that just in general is playing out into horny teachers in classrooms. And Bill was like, whoa, whoa, horny, whoa.
Oh, my gosh. All right, so on the live chat real quickly before we have to go, a subject change, a question for you, Stephen. DeBeck of Elkton wants to know, Harris, do you believe if there will be any charges against Hillary Clinton with what she's done, and will any of this possibly affect her before the 2016 elections?
Well, I would say it's way too early to answer the first question as it relates to charges, but I think it already has affected her.
You do?
On the 2016 election. Absolutely. I mean, we were talking earlier. I think Democrats who read the New York Times piece today, particularly if they then flip to the Reuters piece and read the Reuters piece about having refiled tax returns because of omissions. I mean, omissions strains credulity to me. But you pair those two pieces together and set aside everything we know about the emails and the servers and everything else. Just those two pieces together. And I think it's a big problem for her. And I think you're going to see Democrats asking themselves, serious senior Democrats and fundraisers, is there somebody else?
We have a very serious Democrat on the couch right now.
No, but I think the other big problem here is that you have the mainstream media going after her. So
yes,
it's not something that can be pushed off.
That's
as much
a
as
good
the
point.
Clinton administration, the Clinton campaign is trying to do. They're trying to turn this into the vast right-wing conspiracy. You have the New York Times, you have the Washington Post, you have serious, I mean, these are serious investigations that they can't be ignored.
And in this clip that comes from this special that Bret Baier is hosting, he interviews Joe Becker, who's an investigative reporter for the New York Times, and says, like, they were talking about a meeting that Bill Clinton had at Chappaqua with one of the people involved in these donations. And Joe Becker, investigative reporter for the New York Times, says, we went to the Clintons and said, what about this meeting? And they denied that any meeting had ever taken place.
Interesting.
And then she produced a picture of the meeting at Chappaqua. And the Clintons had to say, oh, actually, yeah, it did take place.
There's a lot of great reporting on this right now.
It's really bad. I mean,
if you kind of dig in,
how do you
stuff.
think Republicans should run against the Clintons in this one? Because, you know, sometimes they screw up the messaging a little bit and focus on things that... So, for example... Bill Clinton took all this money for a speech, for a speech, for a speech. I mean, it's not a newsflash that the Clintons are rich, and I think that there was some suspicion of shady dealings. But how would you advise them?
They should shut up and get out of the way. I mean,
all right.
Let people report this and then...
I've got a control room telling me to do the same thing. So I have to leave you guys along with everybody else. Welcome back, Sandra.
You have a big day tomorrow.
What's going on?
Big day, we'll tell you tomorrow.
We'll tell you tomorrow.
Bye. Nice tease.